Welcome back. I'm Tania Bryer and I've travelled to Serbia to visit a school which is being helped by the Novak Djokovic Foundation. Novak, of course you talk about the moment when you hold the trophies, and you've held so many so far. The first one being in 2008 at the Australian Open, and then of course at Wimbledon in 2011. What were those moments like for you, those first big wins?
Well, that opened a lot of doors for me in every way, but I feel that more than anything that has proven to myself that the self-belief that I and people around me have nurtured, and the kind of a mindset of everything is possible if you care enough about it, if you are determined enough, if you really are devoted to it, if you love it truly with your heart, then you can reach it. And that you know, everything you visualize and you will attract, and it becomes your reality. And so I strongly believed in that power of imagining myself being somewhere, and I embraced and accepted the journey and loved every second of it. And I think that the first win in Australia has proven exactly that, that no matter how big is the challenge, the more glory in overcoming it, right, as they say. And it doesn't really matter, you know, what peak you choose to, you know, to climb. You know, what matters is how much do you believe in your power that you hold within, because I really believe I don't consider myself special. You know, maybe I am, maybe I'm not. I consider that I really believe that we are all special, and that we all have our talents, and that we all possess that inner power, and that we just have to find a way that is different for all of us to tap into it. Other than that, you know, it was a huge springboard and a huge confidence boost for everything that was coming up in my tennis career.
How did you overcome some of the challenges, though? Because there was a time, I believe, in 2010 where you did lose your confidence and you needed to regain it. And then again, recently, when you had to have surgery on your elbow, those kind of challenges, how do you get through them?
I made some changes in my life, and I feel like in order for us to unlock the next level of improvement, we just have to sacrifice and give up certain part of us, or maybe a habit that, or things that we have done so far that maybe worked up to that point and were not working anymore. So in order to get to next step, we just have to give that up and transform it into something better. And those hardship times and times when I was facing an injury or when I was not playing my best were the times where I had a huge opportunity in front of me, whether I'm going to take a leap forward. There were times when I maybe did not make right calls, and if I look back, maybe could have done differently, but I would never change it because it is as it's supposed to be.
Of course, you have great rivalries as well. You have ongoing ones with Rafa and Roger. How important is it for you, Novak, to break records?
It's a very good question. It's a question that I ask myself, to be honest with you. How important it is for me to break records in tennis? Is it more important than time I spend with my family? Is it more important than my health? Is it more important than anything else, really? And it's a very good question. Do I still have a 100% answer on that? No. I'm going through the process, and I'm 100% honest and transparent here with you. I'm talking a lot with my wife about it, and with my parents, with my brothers, all the close people, because I'm just trying to get an understanding from different points of views, because I am also in a very special place privately and professionally. I'm a father of 2 angels, and time with them is precious, and I don't want to go through life and then reflect on some milestones and really not being there for those milestones and regretting.
Can you imagine a life without tennis?
Yes and no. I can imagine it because I'm not afraid of losing tennis. I feel I am happy with many different things. But I said no because my life will not be without tennis. Because even if I don't play professional tennis, I'll still be active in tennis. I want to have my own tennis academy. I would like to transfer and convey all the tennis experience, knowledge, know-how of people around me into the new generations of Serbian tennis and world tennis.
I want to ask you just finally, Novak, your advice for the children here that we see today, for the next generation, and just to go back to that boy growing up in the mountain town, dreaming of being a tennis player, looking at where he is now. Could you have ever imagined that?
Always believe that what you see in your mind can become a reality. And remember why you do something, and remember that first time, for example, tennis player, why you took the tennis racket in your hand. Is it because you fell in love with the sport? Because you just had that emotion, subtle emotion, or their spark that motivated you, that inspired you to start playing the sport as I have? Because in 99.9 cases, that is the case with children, because they're honest, they're true, and usually when they start doing something, it's because they want to do it and they're in love with doing it and they enjoy it. So remember that.
Novak, thank you so much for your time
today. Thank you very much.
For talking to me.
I appreciate that.
Such a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Pleasure.
Well, that's all we've got time for this episode and our time here in Serbia with Novak Djokovic. For more content, please visit our website, cnbc.com/CNBC Meets Defining Values. I'm Tania Bryer, and thank you for watching.